Hello guys, welcome back again. While I am here sewing my cap, because I dey sell cap and this cap, you don't have to be a nurse for you to wear it. You can wear it when you are cooking or when you are indoors and you just want to protect your hair. You can do that. But all jokes apart, I'm just here and I've started seeing different reactions in regards to the tweet that President Trump tweeted. Now, the question I want you to be honest about is this. Are you willing or do you support the notion that President Trump of the United States of America should invade Nigeria? I made a video earlier on. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'll link the card up here and I'll put the thumbnail here so you can see. So answer truthfully. Answer truthfully. Do you want the United States of America to invade Nigeria? Leave your comment and opinion and thoughts in the comment section. You might ask that, what do I think? For me, I don't want Trump to come. However, I am in support of the Nigerian government sitting in a round table with the US to boot out all those Boko Harams, all those terrorists. Because it's, to be honest, when we talk about the fact here, it is not Nigerians that are dying. We see all the extrajudicial killings that is going on in Nigeria. Police are doing their own. Politicians allegedly are doing their own. Dangote truck, they do its own. Nobody's holding them accountable. There are several avoidable deaths going on in Nigeria. And yes, I understand the percentages of each death differs. And obviously, based on the data we've seen so far, it seems it's a Christian one that seems to be on the top of the list. So I would rather the US sit on a round table with the Nigerian government to come to a solution on how to get all the terrorists disbanded in Nigeria. There was a time, remember, when a US citizen was kidnapped in Nigeria. The US only sent 6 of their best men. Well, I don't know if they were the best, but 6 of their men. They entered into Nigeria, they entered into our forest, they rescued that one US citizen, and they get the hell out. These are people we know they live for Nigeria, but they entered into the jungles of Nigeria to rescue their one citizen. Now, you and I, if that was you, okay, now, for instance, I went to Nigeria. God forbid anything happened to me. I believe and I'm of the opinion that the UK government will come find me. They will come find me. But if the table were to turn, as a Nigeria, go to China, and something happens to you, our government, they don't even know if you left the country. Talk more, say they are coming to find you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave all of the opinions of Nigerians, those who are for like, yeah, let Trump come. No, watch all those videos.
Good morning, fellow citizens of Nigeria. My name remains just Aditon. I cannot explain this period. I cannot define it. Whether it is a period of fear, a period of panic, or a period of liberation has come. President Trump, via a Twitter message, not entourage, not delegate expense paid trip, not letter, just a social media communication, has passed a message to us that they are going to release or coming to take our country, or there is going to be war. However he has put it, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, you, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you boldly told all of us that you are tired of our insults. And then you have avoided social media at all costs because you don't want to have high blood pressure. Welcome, high blood pressure. That is supposed to kill only our president, but is about to gulp the nation at once now. Every day we come out on the space of this media, shouting, screaming, crying about insecurity on our children, about religion, about safety for our young girls and our boys, about the fact that people are dying in hunger. Our own government failed to listen to us. Lai Mohammed told you people a lie that everything is AI. You people think it's content creation. You people think it's clouting. You think we need attention, we need money, we are hungry. Not understanding that it is about humanity and our people. One man raised his voice against the killing of Christians. The whole world has listened to him. And Trump has shown the supremacy of power. And you people are still talking about sovereignty. There is nothing called political sovereignty. This is the voice of the lower level against the voice of the high and mighty. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I don't know how you became president, whether it is by hijacking or by rigging, or by ambition or by cruelty. But listen to the voice of the masses. Nothing must happen to us in this country. We have cried and screamed enough. It is not about APC. It is not about us as a family. This is not Lagos that belongs to you and I. This is Nigeria that belongs to everybody. This is the giant of Africa that all eyes are on us. All of a sudden now, the Minister of Communication knows where CNN is. All of a sudden now, you people now have become content creators like us. The official Ahmed Tinubu page on Instagram was contracted to some people. The same Renomokri that told us that you are a drug baron. The same Renomokri that fights every political parties just to favor one person has suddenly become the mouthpiece of Nigeria instead of the president himself. When last did you grant presidential statements? When last did you engage journalists? When last did you do any presidential briefing? Trump communicated only through WhatsApp, through Twitter. The mouthpiece of the global face, of the global stage. You ignored everybody. Asiwaju, it is not about the ambition to become the president. Your ambition is supposed to be to serve Nigerians and save us. Have you forgotten in 2014, January 29, this same you, Asiwaju, during Goodluck Jonathan, you said it that they were killing Christians. Can you see the outcome of Muslim tickets? Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, I don't know how you appointed Minister of State, Minister of Defense, let me list them, Minister of Intergovernment. All of you ministers, I don't know who you paid to, I don't know who you found, how you found your way there. But it is either you resign now, or Asiwaju should sack you and let them employ competent people. Asiwaju, Nigeria must not go down. Nothing must happen to us. This is not about tribalism. This is about we as a nation. This is about our motherland. This is about the masses. This is about the insecure. Nigeria is no longer home. Everybody in Canada, America, everybody. They call those places their home. Because home is where there is safety. Home is where the government feels the pain of the common man. Home is where the government understands its responsibility and not its titles. Minister of Foreign Affairs, you failed to initiate contact with American counterparts. All of you, what you people have been doing, end this Boko Haram rehabilitation program. End Boko Haram rehabilitation program now. You are doing peace meeting. You failed to do peace meeting. You failed. Asiwaju, you have failed. The best thing for you to do now is to accept failure and begin to reconstruct and reconsider saving this country. Nobody should attack us. There is nothing called political sovereignty anymore. I wrote some things down. And I want you interstate grazing should stop. Interstate grazing should stop with immediate effect. Publicly ban headsmen from carrying AK-47. This killing of Muslims has been going on. They call it Boko Haram. They call it insurgency. They call it all sorts. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. You see, the way you sat down, the way you are looking, the way you portrayed yourself on the chair is the same way the international organization has snapped you and they are addressing Nigeria. You people now understand that this is a generation called woke. I call this English all the time. It is not about hierarchy of power. It is about listening to the masses. Are you willing to open your ears now? Are you willing to save this country? Asiwaju, nothing must happen to us. All of us are apprehensive now. Go to that page called Official Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Everybody is there now calling for Trump to make it faster than expected because everybody is tired. 61% of Nigerians are living in poverty. I did a video a few days ago. I told you 2027 should be the cheapest election. If only you listen to the voice of the people. You surround yourself with sycophants. People who cannot tell you the truth. People who don't give you daily briefings. People who don't understand, who don't report to you. Shayi, you go to the north all the time. You share rice, you share money to secure 2027 election. Have you for once told Papa that things are happening, that people are dying? Onyibo people do not understand massacre. They don't see it. It is not a norm for them. We have accepted dying daily. 700 and something die today, 500 die tomorrow. Our children are being molested. A whole Minister of Women Affairs told me a few days ago that I'm rude because I am asking for the state to take responsibility of Ochayan's death. Ochayan's death is just one out of millions of children that the society has failed. And how did the society fail them? There is this Child Right Act that is supposed to be in effect, fully loaded. But we have a Child Right Act that is empty and has failed thousands and millions of children. I've said it countless times. If I don't do cases of child molestation, I do nothing less than 4 million in a day. Minister of State, Minister of Defense, Minister of Intergovernment Affairs, Minister of Communication, all of you should get out of those offices. You are incompetent. Now you are running from pillar to post, but you ignored our shouting. You think it's easy to be shouting? You think it's easy to be coming on the media space all the time, complaining? You turn deaf ears to us. But the international society has not turned deaf ears, because this is about we as human beings and not about we as Nigerians. This is not about we as APC. This is not about we as Lagosians. Ashiwaju, I have told you countless times, you own Lagos. Nobody is contending with you. You don't own Nigeria. You cannot rule Nigeria the way you are ruling Lagos. You cannot give instructions in Nigeria. You have to listen to the people. Take the people's emotion, security, safety, voice into consideration. Look at where we are now. Ashiwaju, nothing must happen to us. Nothing must happen to the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The blood of everybody is hanging on your neck. Our safety is hanging on your neck, Bogu. This is not about greed to gain power. This is the call to serve humanity. Accept defeat. Apologize to Nigerians. Seek for time. Begin to engage the journalists. Begin to engage citizens. This country is for us. It is ours. Ile mama waniyo, ile baba waniyo, ile oyin, ile wara. Nigeria, it is our own. It is not for we, the Ashiwaju clan. It is not for APC. It is for the masses, the common man, the Muslims and the Christians.
Donald Trump just threatened to send the U.S. to war with Nigeria, as he appears to be completely losing it. Now, if you missed it yesterday, Donald Trump called Nigeria a country of particular interest, as he suggests that Christians that live there are the targets of attacks. Well, today he followed that up with a deranged Truth Social post, where he says if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns ablazing, to completely wipe out those who are committing these acts. Yeah, the President of the United States just threatened to send the country to war via Truth Social post. This is the act of a deranged person. Either that, or he's trying to distract us from an absolutely crumbling economy. Or maybe he feels like he wasn't getting enough attention today, and so he posts this so he can get his fix. Either way, in my opinion, Donald Trump appears to be losing it. And the people around him have to step in. They have to come forward and say something. And it's time for the 25th Amendment.
Guys, this is not about entertainment. This is not about entertainment at all. Since when did the President of the United States of America start to care about Nigeria? Since when did America start to care about Nigeria? Because as I speak to you, the President of America, the President of the United States of America just released a statement about Nigeria. He just said that Muslims are buying Christians in large numbers in Nigeria, and therefore he wants to interfere. He has officially declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern. That is the statement he used. That is the phrase he used. Nigeria is now a country of particular concern to the United States of America. He said that he wants to come and rescue Christians in Nigeria, and therefore he has appointed 2 congressmen to look into the matter and report to him as a matter of urgency. But the question is, has there been any country in the world that the United States of America interfered into their matter that ever remained the same? Is there any country that ever remained the same for good? Should we be happy? Should we be celebrating? Should we calm our mind? Or should we be worried? This announcement from Trump is coming just a few weeks after we started seeing news all over social media that Muslims are buying Christians. These news were coming from a lot of foreign media, and we're wondering who are those sponsoring this news. Because while it is true that people are being quiet in Nigeria, we know that this is not about Christians and Muslims. Just a few weeks ago in Ilorin, a lot of people were quiet. These are all Muslims. The problem in Nigeria is not about Christians and Muslims. Fine, there may have been some Muslims, some Christians being quiet somehow, but it's not like it's a major target from Muslims to Christians. So this looks like an attempt to juxtapose Muslims against Christians. Once Christians and Muslims start feeling that they are against one another, that is where the problem will come from. Some extremists are buying people in Nigeria, but making this about Christian and Muslim, that is where the problem is. I don't know, but me, I'm really, really worried. I only hope that our leaders in Abuja knows what they are doing. Hope they are not just packing money and swallowing money. Hope they are working hard to protect us.
We have breaking news at this hour. Donald Trump has ordered the Department of Defense to prepare for war in Nigeria, saying that the United States may soon go in, quote, guns a-blazing. Donald Trump has been very upset about anti-Christian bias in Nigeria. In a new Truth Social post, Trump writes that he has ordered his Department of Defense to prepare for action in Nigeria. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the United States of America will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country guns a-blazing. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. Warning the Nigerian government better move fast. So we may have possible war in the southern Caribbean, in Venezuela, along with possible war now in Africa. I will continue to provide you updates every step of the way, so make sure to subscribe to my Substack link in bio to support my work. Follow along for more. And let me just tell you something. The anti-war president is about to start not one, but 2 wars with the United States military involved.
Can we all agree that something is seriously wrong with us in Africa? We have a very big problem, fundamental. Let me show you something. Yesterday, Trump tweeted this. He said Christianity is facing existential threats in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being by radical are responsible for this man's, just read it, pause and read, okay? So basically, he's taking an action. You understand? They are now looking into the issue and they want to actually do something about it. Many Nigerians that have been complaining that this thing is the issue. Many Nigerians have been saying there is uncontrolled kidnapping, terrorism. All these things are just everywhere. People have been complaining. The moment the international community picked it up, the world now knows that something is happening all of a sudden. At least 50 to 60% of Nigerians are now against it. Why? Because Trump tweeted it. Let me show you. Current president of Nigeria, before he became president in 2014, he wrote the same thing. And he's not even a Christian. He's a Muslim. His wife is a Christian, he's a Muslim. So, say the slaughtering of Christian worshippers is strongly condemnable. It calls for question the competence of Jonathan to protect Nigerians. Jonathan was the then president. So now, what is wrong in what Trump said is exactly what the president they said before. But there's, of course, there are caveats. There are things that are inside. For instance, Trump is saying Christians, and it's done by radical Islamists, not Muslims, but radical Islamists. Now, many people are coming from the angle of religion. Why is Trump? Why is it only Christian that Trump is mentioning? That is happening to everybody. Yes, very, very true. A lot of Muslims are suffering this thing too, but people will not know. Let me show you a video.
what is happening in Nigeria. This is bandits arriving in their numbers. For peace talk in Katsina State, people that have unalived Nigerians, killed soldiers, killed citizens of Nigeria.
Did you hear that? These are bandits and terrorists having a negotiation with the villagers. Those villagers are not Christian villages. In Katsina, they are not Christian villages. So you can understand the aggrievement of some people. You understand that it's not just a Christian thing, it's everybody thing. Okay? Then some people are coming from the angle that who will now fight for the Muslims if Trump is fighting for Christians? But you need to understand that this thing is way deeper than it is. This is the one that Trump is using. This is what Trump is using to put the information to the whole world. It's way deeper. Let me show you what a woman was saying in Nigeria before, during the tenure of past president. I don't know. I think the woman was a minister.
So the message could be relayed to the French authorities, wherever they are in France, that Nigeria is indeed a sovereign country, and as such, any form or attempt to compromise our territorial integrity will be resisted wholeheartedly. At this point, I want to stress, Nigeria was not colonized by France. Therefore, they have no business coming to toy with our lives here. We are aware that some vested interest was not happy with the gains made by the Nigerian government and especially our dear President Muhammad Buhari, in the fight against terrorism. As such, they began providing logistic support under a cover called humanitarian whatever to the Boko Haram fighters.
So did you hear that woman? That woman was accusing France of being the cause of the terrorism in Nigeria. I don't have information on that. I don't know whether she's right or wrong. I don't know. But it's just to show you that you don't know what is happening. It may not be a religious issue. Do you understand? It may not be a religious issue. This is the way it's coming out to you as the average citizen on the street. But the people in government, they know what the hell they are doing. Do you understand? The other day, there was this United Nations meeting. It's looking like Nigeria was on the side of Palestine. I have to put it that way, you know what I'm saying, right? And then US is on the side of Israel. You understand? Nigeria is on the side of BRICS. US is against BRICS. You get what I'm saying? So it's a much deeper game being played at the depth of it. It's a much deeper game. You as private citizen, you don't know shit. Just let them sort it out. You don't know what is happening. Your opinion doesn't matter. My opinion now doesn't matter. Okay, if I say Trump should come, does it matter? Will it affect whether he'll come or not? No. If I say Trump should not come, does it matter? It doesn't matter. We don't know what the hell is happening. There are a lot we don't know. At government level, they understand what is happening. You understand? You may think it's Trump versus Nigeria or US versus Nigeria. It might be US versus France. You get what I'm saying? It may be US versus France. So at the end of the day, let's just watch how this whole thing will play out. And I know that Nigerian government is doing their best to curb terrorism. You know, if they can sign a deal with, is it France or US or Trump that they want to sign a deal with, and see how they can come to a peaceful conclusion and collaboration to tackle the issue. You know, don't be carried away by religious rhetorics. The average Muslim there. Do you really think the average Muslim is waking up thinking in Nigeria, right? The average Muslim is waking up thinking how he's going to hate the average Christian and vice versa. Do you think the average Christian walking on the streets is thinking of how he's going to hate the average Muslim? No. Everybody is looking for food. The average person is waking up thinking of how he's going to make some money to feed his family for the day. Most of this religious thing is political, politically inspired, I'm telling you. So shift one side. Let's observe how everything will unfold. The president, not president, but government of Nigeria will sort it out with government of US and see how they can resolve it. We don't know what is happening. Maybe in retrospect, maybe in future, more information will come out and we'll understand what is really happening. But this is global politics. Africans, we're not really good at global politics. We're not good at it. It's just the one that is on our face that we know. Like this one, this tweet that Trump just did. The tweet is bad. We cannot see what is behind it. We can't see the chess game that is being played at the back. And so we did, from time immemorial, we are not really good at strategic global politics and alliances,
I think for once it is good to see the Nigerian ruling class shivered for once. It's good to see the Nigerian ruling class pretending or showing some sign of worry or actually worried. I don't know if they are truly worried. But before I go into details, permit me to say, do Nigeria actually have a president? When nations come out to say they have a president, they have leaders who knows his responsibility as a president, are Nigerians also supposed to say same? Do you know why I'm asking this question? I think it's obvious now that America are beginning to show interest in the case of Nigeria. And obviously, so many Nigerians are celebrating this. Why the ruling class are worried about it, but I think the ordinary citizen have nothing to worry about. I think recently it came on the news when the American president, Donald Trump, had declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. I know the Tinubu and APC supporter, majority of them will not understand what this means. Nigeria has been officially declared as a country of particular concern over Christian genocide. I think recently we were aware of a senator, Ted Cruz, a senator of the United States of America, when he made it public that Nigeria is a country of genocide, as in sponsoring or supporting Christian genocide. And I think in an attempt to cover all of that and do damage control, the Reno mockery, that animal defending rubbish, went ahead to further embarrass himself. So we know the story how it went then. So Donald Trump now has gone ahead to make it official. So which now means United States is now having serious interest in the security issues of Nigeria. Should I not be happy about it? Of course I am. Some person says they'll be coming for the resources of Nigeria. That America don't do anything for nothing. That they are coming for our resources. And I want to ask, who is our resources with? Nigeria resources is obviously not in the hands of Nigerians, but in the hands of some few criminals that call themselves leaders. They are the criminals who hold the resources of this country. And where would they take it to? The same America, the same Europe. So if America is coming to take it themselves, will it make any difference? Nigeria have been clamoring for help for a very long time. For a very long time. Is it not recently when they said the DSS went to arrest somebody in Rivers State, that the person is calling on the military to overthrow President Bola Tinubu and do whatever it is? See, in as much as constitutionally, maybe the Constitution of the Federal Republic forbids that, but the guy just showed a sign of, we have no leader and we are willing to call for help from wherever. During the end bad governance protest, we saw the Northerners holding Russian flag, calling on Vladimir Putin. So it is no longer news today that Nigerians have been seeking help wherever any will be available. So if America is heeding to that call, fine and good. In as much as I fear those people, I know they don't give anything free, that the cost is going to be more than we expected. But we are left with no choice. Please, the United States of America and His Excellency Donald Trump, it is not a Christian genocide. I hate when they are making this whole thing religious, like it's going to be it's a Christian issue, the Muslim. It's not a Christian genocide. Let's correct that part. It is a genocide against Nigeria in general, because the Muslims are also victims of this. But I think the angle where the United States of America and Donald Trump saying this from is based on the fact that the terrorists are all Muslims. I think that's their own view. All the terrorists are all Muslims. You cannot show me a terrorist group in this world that is made up of Christianities or Christian people. They are always Islamic. So perhaps that's why America won't have every reason to believe that it is a Christian genocide. But in real sense, I'm saying this to the United States, in real sense, it is a genocide on Nigerians. The Christians are victims, the Muslims are victims. I agree that the terrorists are Muslim, but that doesn't mean that Muslims are also not victims. So accuse the Nigerian government of sponsoring genocide against Nigerians. I think that sounds better. You get the point, huh? And as for supporters of President Bola Tinubu, supporters of APC,
Shame on you people. I pour you all spit from the deepest part of the smelling part of me. I pour you a very smelling pit. Pour! You are all disgrace. And to the Nigerian judiciary, to the Nigerian National Assembly, both the Senate and the Green Chamber, shame on you all. Is it not bad enough that you all have failed? Now, a country as far away as America is now showing interest to rescue Nigeria all the way from America. I think in advance, but Nigeria, I know we'll get rescued one day, and I just hope it is what actually come. Why they are still on this? A senator, the same Ted Cruz, who headed the genocide campaign, who started all of this, we all know he's a senator of the United States of America. The same Ted Cruz has gone ahead to see what I'm projecting now. He said Christian genocide. Ted Cruz revealed fresh move against blasphemy and Sharia laws in Nigeria. You see these Sharia laws and blasphemy that have taken so many lives. Whether you agree with me, it is still an act of terrorism. So if America from all the way from the United States is telling you what is happening there is wrong, we're going to correct it. Please, they are welcome. And if anybody have anything against this, but you are in support of the way Tinubu and his gang is handling Nigeria, you are an idiot. Odalo said so. You get the point.
So since President Trump dropped that tweet, there's been lots of back-to-back updates by the Nigerian government, and People's Gazette have been dropping them. I'm going to put them on the screen here. There's one of, Tinubu government extorted $50 million from US to release me, as the ex-Binance executive has to say. You can see that news there. And also another update from the Gazette, Tinubu ahead of orchestrated game unfolding in Trump's America over alleged Christian genocide presidency. There's been lots of updates, about the US, Nigeria. So now the US are not joking. And then there was also another update from the Nigerian army saying that they have intercepted terrorists. So the Boko Harams are now the terrorists, or who are the terrorists? This matter go long very well. Anyway, I just thought I should put the screen here, and the update I've seen so far that we are starting. So it was only one message like that from President Trump. Now here Nigerian government started to run kitty kitty kata kata kitty kitty kata kata, like so fear the casino like this. And please, can somebody help us to drag Reno Omokre and Femi Fani Kayode, like those two guinea fowls? I think I'm going to have to do a live stream about those two. Both of them. Somebody needs to teach them a lesson. Yeah, somebody needs to teach them a lesson. So, guys, you've seen all of the videos, people's reactions, Nigerian reacting, and all of that. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you think, we should still give Baba Tinubu time that it's going to make Nigeria better? Leave all of your thoughts and opinion in the comments. I'm cold, though. I'm in my house coat. That's why this time around I'm gone past getting what I'm wearing to even make videos now. Like I said, leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Like, for me, I am tired of Nigeria, and also at the same time, I am not tired of Nigeria. Like, I only just came back from Nigeria yesterday. Nigeria is beautiful. Lagos was awesome, amazing. But can I say the same for every other state in Nigeria? Hell no. With that being said, if you've watched this video till now, if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notifications, share this video, do not stay to join my membership, and I hope to catch up with you if there's further update, because now only one tweet like this, they give Jagaban high blood pressure. I'll see you guys later, alright? Bye.
It be like, say, I ain't like the work for Tinubu. It be like, say, I ain't like the work for APC. It be like, say, I ain't like the work for Tinubu. It be like, say, I ain't like the work for APC. If not lie.